I'm Virasco. I'm here with Mix London Records, and we're just gonna check my track Synergy. Let's get into it. I think the initial idea was just this synth sound. And then I had the drums. Hold on. So the original drum was just this. But I had to edit the kick a bit because the kick was a bit messed up. So I was shaping the kick a bit because some of the kicks in the sample was a bit louder, a more stronger kick than the other kicks. So I was had to fade the kick out a bit, when you just do this stuff. So what is playing with the synth a bit, and that was it, and then the bass.
What plugin are you using for that first?
So the plugin was Serum. That's what I use most of the time. Just put this thing in. So most of the time I try to use just the init preset. Just the initial thing, and just mess around a bit. So the sound itself, without all the processing, it sounds like, if I remove all that, should have just grouped it, would be easier. Turn everything off. You know how it's gonna sound. It's just that's it. And then you put back all that. Okay, so this is the Reese bass I made. But to be honest, it's not even detuned. You have this hyper dimension, which kind of does the same thing. And you have all these macros, which modulating the sounds. Obviously, we don't really need reverb in here. We got chorus, but then you lose the power of the bass. So just keep it low, and then you got the width. Obviously, that's the hyper dimension effect or whatever it's called. So it sounds a bit more wide. But yeah, the Reese bass is kind of really simple. You got a bit of a distortion. Just the compressor, multiband compression, always using it. And yeah, the distortion does a bit of crispiness in the mids, and that's it, to be honest. It's a very simple Reese bass.
And how are you processing it?
So you got obviously you got a side chain, or you say side chain to the kick, just the kick of the sound. So obviously if I turn it off, I don't think you're gonna hear much. But obviously when the kick hits, then you don't want to catch those. The master channel will be harder to master the sound. Obviously you're gonna reach the limit a bit more easier, which is obviously I have this, you know, the Nicky Romero, whatever. I mean, you can do this by the compressor as well, but I just prefer to use this, so you can hear the ducking. Well, this is overly sidechained. There's no
like
point.
LFO.
Yeah, LFO tool similar. Yeah, I mean, I would prefer to have LFO tool because you have more control. Probably I need to get it somehow. I don't have it. But yeah, you have more control on LFO tool. It's like, isn't it like the similar, like same thing like you see in Serum? The LFO tool, like you can control the whole stuff in there. But this one you can only control this. I mean, you got presets here, but it's still not the same. Like you cannot control the waves. And then just a bit of frequency. Yeah, I gained the frequency here a bit. I don't think it does much, to be honest. And then I have a bit of an automation here. I guess that's for the beginning part. And it's just coming back up. Very easy. Very simple. So there's a bit of an automation here. It's basically just a cutoff, like keep increasing. This is also like I think it's a preset. It's a little plucky sound, square wave thing. But then here, what I like in the drums mainly. So the drum is just a sample. And as I said, I was just chopping up the kick because some of the kicks in the sample was a mess. So one of them was stronger than the other. And then like I had to, one kick was missing the transient, and then the next kick was a bit more punchier, and then I had to like put it to the same volume, or how would I say, like every kick had to sound the same. And then I grouped the sample here. So you have this, then I have the same sample but without the it's just with this corpus or whatever it's called, audio effect.
Gives it like a bit of movement in it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can hear it much in the song. Not much, to be honest. I mean, now you can. And then the most I liked is this part. So like automating a lot the beat repeat. So it's like, it's just that's playing back and forth on the speaker.
Got some auto-pan on there as well.
Yeah.
I'm just taking like the high end of the sample and just messing with it. That sounds sick actually.
And then I was just using the automation for, hold on, where is it? Chain volume. So yeah, you got automation on the, I'm just turning on and off the volume. That's the automation actually on this part, because I don't want the whole thing to keep going, because it's just gonna sound like a big, yeah, that's how it's gonna sound. And then when it gets to the when it gets to this part, I was playing a lot with the vocal, and you can hear the so basically I was just stretching the sound, you know, when you just playing with the grain a bit. Obviously the drum as well, just that part to make it sound like mystical or whatever. And obviously just a self-made white noise with a auto pan and some whatever on it. Very simple stuff. And then the bass is very simple. I don't know. Did we do the bass already? I think we did, right? I don't remember.
Yeah, it feels like you've done a lot with your individual sounds. Like it might start as one thing, but then you've added on a lot of different effects onto it, and not just like the typical reverb or delay or anything like that. It's more you're using your auto pan, to make some crazy sounds and beat repeat, and it's stuff that like I feel not many producers use.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not, I mean, ashamed, but at the same time, like, I like to use drum loops mainly. I like the melody to be mine, like that's something that comes from you, but drums, I'm like, if I want to get something quickly done, I have to have a drum, like just a hi-hat there, some shaker there, and then you can just play with the melody, because noting down the drums, man, like it takes time, and I'm not a good like you were good doing the drums in Snap-on, yeah. But like me, like putting every sound of the drum down, like hi-hat one channel, shaker one channel, this one channel, rides one channel. I mean, I have rides here, but that's also just like, oh no, hold on. That's actually a reverse ride. So where's my other ride? Sorry. No. I mean, there's some little effects. Might be this one. Yeah. So just some flanger ride. But these are all samples, like looped. I mean, obviously it's good to like slice them, but at the same time I think the drum itself just sounds okay. Like if it didn't sound okay, then obviously I slice them up and I try to do something with my idea, but I think it just perfectly fits with the song. And as you can see, I'm not the most organized person when it comes to producing, because I don't name anything. I don't have the kick named, I don't have the drums, tops, whatever named. It's just I know more or less what's where. And then yeah, that's all. And then I don't know, should I explain something with the mastering?
Yep, go for it.
I mean,
so you do all the master in the same channel? You do the mastering.
That's it. I mean, probably it doesn't sound as professional as it should, but I'm like, yeah, I never learned mastering, so I'm just like trying to make it sound like the other people's music. So like here, what I use normally, I have like a channel EQ, make the high or the low a bit lower. Sometimes I put the high a bit higher, so it sounds a bit more lively. So if I turn all these off, I mean that's what's incredible. I mean mastering is what? Mastering is just makes the sound louder, isn't it? Yeah. I mean mixing down is the most important part, I guess. On mastering, I mean, I'm sure there is more to it. But yeah, mastering is what makes make the sound as loud as possible, I guess. I mean, I don't know. We don't use that. So I use this sonic maximizer for mastering. I don't know if you know this plugin.
Sonic maximizer.
Yeah, I mean, I discovered this like 10 years ago maybe, and I was using the demo version, and I was like, let me get the actual one. I mean, what it does is like, let's see if like you can like, it pops the high up too much, and obviously you can do it with the bass. I guess it's just the hardware, how you call it? A hardware, whatever, made as a plugin. So I mean, you can buy these as a hardware as well, but I've never used them in my life. I guess it's like one of these, one of these stuff. And then I use like a free clip, just cut every peak. I don't know if you know this free clipper. Obviously, the more you squeeze, the more shittier it's gonna sound, the more distorted. But yeah, basically that's the whole song.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah, just a 3-minute song and that's it.
Yeah, well,
I mean, yeah.
yeah, you did a lot with the sounds that you have, and you know it's cool that you like started with the initial preset on the Serum.
Yeah, it's just mainly I like the initial preset, you know. I mean, like Serum is kind of, the layout of Serum is for me is the best. Like you have all the ADSR over here. I mean, Operator, Ableton's built-in plugins are nice too, but like I think whatever you get done in Ableton's built-in plugin in 15 minutes, you can do it in Serum in 5 minutes. You know, that's why I kind of like Serum. Like you see everything properly. Like the processing part is mainly in Serum, or the sound itself. I would probably say, I mean, I mainly use Serum. I mean, you can do everything in Ableton now, so it's not a single plugin. I mean, you got what? Yeah, Serum, I would say, but
Okay.
yeah, it's very easy to manage. Yeah, Serum is good. I mean, it's never finished, kind of. You're done with it, because I cannot figure out more to add to it, and I'm like, okay, that's it. Like I listen it to a few times, and I compare it to other songs, which is sometimes makes it a bit harder to finish it, obviously, because you hear the other sounds sound so much better, and you just keep tweaking stuff, and then you mess up a lot of things. But yeah, you never finish. Once you just like, okay, that's it, done. I cannot do anymore, and then you just release it, and if people like it, if not, yeah. Chris.
Goldfish.
I mean, yeah, probably would be. I mean, there is like a melodic techno duo. It's called Township Rebellion, or Chris Libbing. Like I want someone who is like a nerd, like when it comes to making music, like tweaking shit around all day, and then you never finish a song, but you just throwing songs. I mean, sounds are coming out of the speaker, and then just messing around. But yeah, Chris Libbing, I would say more. Chris Libbing. I would say maybe relying too much on the rules instead of relying on the ear. Like oh, this has to be -6 decibel, and then this frequency should be a bit more higher because that's how it's in the book. I mean, I think it's more like however the sounds good, then just leave it as it is, not like, ah, the book says it should be 1 decibel less. I mean, I understand there's probably a scientific reason for it, but or background behind it, but I think it's more about listening to your ear. That's the yeah, important. I don't want to say it's waste, but at this time it's kind of a waste of money because I have the V10, DGM V10, which is a great gear, but I don't use its full potential. You know, I need a lot more stuff to use it. Like, it would be nice to, because you can use it as a, what do you call it, sound card, you know, I guess, like plugins like a 303 or some drum machines, and you just make songs with it. But now yeah, I don't use its full potential, so I would say it's expensive thing, so that's why I'm like, a waste of money, but yeah. I always struggle with arrangement since I'm very messy when it comes to producing. Like, I don't name anything. Like, sometimes I have the idea done and then I have it like as a loop and I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, you know, put a start, put a middle, put a finish, put an outro. Like, oh, yeah, I'm bad with arrangements. Yeah. Yes. Actually, I think it's this part, because I was just playing with the keyboard and then I think I was just playing with it and I'm like, it actually fits in the song, so I just like kept it as it is. Yeah, but sometimes I just force myself because I have no idea. I'm just at the screen and I'm looking at it, I'm listening to the song and I'm like, what's next? And I just start to play because you know that I have no idea what I don't know the chords or I don't know anything. I'm just like pressing the keyboard and I'm like, oh, this sounds good, okay, that sounds good, and then just record it, like put the MIDI notes down and that's it. Yeah. Yeah, I close the laptop and throw it on the bed. Yeah, I mean, I do that too. Like, oh fuck, after 10 minutes, I'm just like, okay, I'm done. But like, leave it, and then sometimes you have to force yourself. Like, just open the laptop and then just do it, man. Like, if you need 10 coffee, then drink 10 coffee and just get it done. Like, that's the, yeah. Yeah, sometimes I'm too blocked, but I'm still pushing it, and the magic happens. Like, sometimes it happens in 10 minutes, sometimes it happens in 1 month, you know. Keep making songs. I'm trying to stick to one genre because I'm all over the place. Like, I'm planning to produce some how do you say, hypnotic techno, like more like Chris Liebing stuff. Like, the very, for some people it's just noise, you know, but for me it's just like the 140 BPM just jumping around and yeah, that's sort of techno I'm trying to make now. Yeah, I never made any of that, so that's my plan now. Maybe stick to one. Let's see if it's gonna happen, because I always say that and then I always end up making some drum and bass and some or whatever, deep house, and yeah, let's see. Hopefully it will happen.